What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. You know, I'm the only gamer Steel Supplements uses. So, down in the pinned comment, some free supplements for you. Also, discount code in the description. Weeble, I'm the only gaming channel I know they have. Go ahead and support them too. Open an account right now. Deposit $1. Just a single dollar. They'll give you 2 free shares. Both of those companies, very appreciative of you guys supporting them. And of course, I'm appreciative of you supporting me. I've got a whole video coming up on this tweet, so I'm going to keep this as a condensed version, right? Provide serious feedback with examples of what you want to see. If our game isn't at standard, tell us why. We all want it to improve. Do not berate, belittle, harass. These are parts of the internet that Swami feels are disconnected. Okay? Not all people have a firm grasp or understanding of this. It's interesting because in the video, I point out a lot of the hypocrisy in this statement versus statements he's made. And I want to show you guys an example of how my own prejudice against game modes from EA. I'm not a big gamer. I know some of you really taken back when I said that I'm not a big gamer at all. When somebody told me, Ryan, go play Diamond Dynasty, you'll love it, I immediately thought Madden Ultimate Team, pay to play, pay to win, buy packs, I'll be a Muppet, oh my god, an 89 card. I didn't want to do it. But I'll tell you right now, if EA needs to see examples, okay, if you need to have an understanding of what we want, look no further than this game mode. And this game mode is far from perfect. No one is asking for perfect. Point a video where I've said I want perfection. What we want, in my opinion, is respect for our time when playing a game. I'll get into that toward the end. Immersion, detail, and genuinely something that appears care was put into. Okay? So when we look at this, I understand some people will say, but Ryan, this is supposed to be dated footage of Rishi Ashburn. Why is there digital screens? Fair point. Could they have taken it out to make it more immersive? Absolutely. But in the moment here, do you understand that you're playing a game from a prior time? Absolutely. When we go back here, we talk about replicating a player, right? Not just numerically. Not Barry Sanders as an example. His agility is this number. His speed is this number, right? I want more than that. And I'm not comparing Barry Sanders to Bob Gibson. I'm using a very common example people have in trying to replicate uniqueness in how a player moved. Because to that point, when you look at a player that's nowhere near the scale of Barry Sanders and Bob Gibson, which some of you may not even know, but Bob Gibson was a player that was actually feared in baseball. When you look at this throwing motion, not just the motion, but the follow-through of the strikeout, this is not something that can be motion captured. This is something that was done painstakingly by someone that loved the sport and wanted it done right. Orel Hershiser, okay, another player, not someone of Deion Sanders, Barry Sanders level, Bo Jackson's level in terms of notoriety and wanting to play with a unique player, a special player, a gifted player, one of the best. But I don't think he's going to be on a list of players that someone would focus on playing a game with. But I want you to look at this moment, right? Does this appear to be mid-90s? Do you get that impression from the way the scoreboard is laid out, right? Now, I understand Petco Park wasn't there then. I understand some of, again, the digital billboard and assets weren't there in the stadium. But do you get enough immersion from what they're showing you to feel as if you're playing in a different moment? I do. To me, that's all that matters. I'm not playing 16 games like this. I'm playing a moment like this, and I feel a difference. Fernando Tatis Jr. comes up, right? I understand San Diego Studios wasn't around then, but when I look at this, I see that mid-90s ESPN vibe, that impression. This is how it looked if you were alive. This is what you saw. And a big part of what we're trying to do in video games is pay homage to sports, right? I want to know how Fernando Tatis Jr. would do against Orel Hershiser. I don't know. We'll never know. But this game presents that opportunity. I know you guys hate when I slow it down, but just look at how smooth and seamless this is. So it's interesting to me when we talk about EA Sports trying to make a better game, and we look at what they're going up against here. And it's painstakingly obvious that it's just not at the same standard. That if they need examples, look no further than the games in the space. Because they'll show you, no pun intended, exactly what gamers want and would like. You know, this isn't something that's difficult to understand. This isn't something that you have to really put a lot of time and effort into understanding what your customer wants. To get back to my original point, when you play through these moments, I feel like my time is respected. The time that I spent loading the game, playing through the games, in this case, showing them twice and recording them once for you. Okay, that's what a lot of this comes down to. Why are we playing the game? Is my time that I'm playing the game respected for the currency digitally that I get in return? Because if it's not, then I'll be more compelled to spend my money than spend my time. I'm not going to spend 3 hours playing a game that I know I won't get a lot of enjoyment out of. Instead, I'll just spend what I would make in an hour of my time. Therein lies the fault I currently have with EA. Whether that's the actual ideology they have when programming and making and building, I don't know. But it certainly seems like the focus on this type of quality and care and commitment and passion and love for the sport isn't carried over into the actual game. The changes are the images on digital cards and putting packs together. And then referring to that as grinding, something a gamer should willingly do to avoid spending their money and instead devote countless hours of their day trying to get a card with little actual value. Where in a game like this, you can actually have enjoyable moments with the game. You can understand what the concept was behind it. You can appreciate what the developer was trying to present you with. And by the way, you'll actually get a reward upon completing these things that is equal to something of monetary value. The same digital monetary value that Madden Ultimate Team would provide you. It comes down to quality, replayability. Do I want to play this game again? Do I want to play these modes again? You know, with Madden, the answer to those questions is often no. I don't see this level of quality. I don't see this level of compassion. I don't see this level of care being put into the product. I talked about it yesterday. We see it in other aspects. I'll put a link down in the description. Go watch the music video they did. All the assets they had available. All the access they have. And we're out filming videos. And they have the audacity to ask us, what do you want in the game? So to get back to closing this out, there should be a level of embarrassment. There should be a level of damaged pride. I can understand how gamers, not myself, understand, but gamers that have much more time spent in sports games are much better versed in the genre may feel very disrespected by Madden as an offering. And unfortunately may express that frustration in a negative way towards EA. Because they need to know, apparently, that they need to get to this level. That this is one of many standards we have as gamers that we feel EA is not living up to. And apparently in expressing that, the developers feel like they're being berated or belittled. Well, I hate to say this, but if you're working on Madden and you just watch this video, you know your game is nowhere near even beginning to get to this point. And if that makes you feel some type of way, then I'm glad. I want you to take however you feel right now, and I want you to focus it within yourself in a positive direction toward making the game better. I want you to take all that berating, belittling, harassing you feel is happening about your game because you've got it to the point that it is nearly unable to be criticized. Then we can all sit back and worry about music videos. Then we can all sit back and nitpick face masks, visors, ratings. I think this is a 88 speed. Well, no, this is an 87. And it matters on the field. You're nowhere near that. You've been nowhere near that. You continue to be nowhere near that. When you have other games like this in the marketplace, it should only serve to show you the poor state your game is in. Because everyone sees it, except you. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking out this video. And you know, when I don't even go into a game mode because I have subliminal fear that it's going to be a pay-to-play mess because the main sports game I've played in the last 5 years has been Madden, I'll always be back when I see incredible attention to detailing gameplay from other products in a week with more commentary.